This is The Roman Show.
Do for your confidence? Is it something in the back of your mind, like, or you don't even phase on it?
I try not to phase on it because I think it's just more added pressure, you know? So any kind of pressure that comes from any direction, I just try to ixnay it, you know? But it's cool. You know, it's cool, like, you know, I could tell my great-grandkids, like, well, your great-grandfather was, you know, he won X amount of fights in the UFC, and, you know.
People have said that you're probably the strongest 45er in the UFC. What do you attribute that to?
Well, that's an honor.
Do you think so? Do you think
I know, I just work hard. I mean, I'm not in the gym, like, trying to put up the most amount of weight as possible. Everything's functional. I've got a really great team that keep me focused, and you know, they have me on a schedule, and everything's like a system, you know, and we just follow the system.
How's the system changed since, say, your last training camp versus, you know, the fight before you got into tough? You know, how has that entirely changed?
Man, I used to have, and it's almost to a fault to have a wrestling mentality, because in the wrestling community, it's more is better, keep pushing, get more, and there is such thing as overtraining, you know. And I think against my Holloway fight, against in my Grice fight, I think I was slightly overtrained, you know. Whereas now, I'm getting better because one, I'm getting more confident in the ring, and we were getting just better overall. And then 3, I'm not overtrained, you know. I'm feeling great. So come fight night, I'm feeling super fresh and ready to rock and roll.
What does overtraining do for you? I mean, like, how does it give you a bad performance? What is it exactly?
You just feel slightly fatigued. You're not looking forward to training. You don't like, you know, fight night comes around, you're like, oh man, all right, just, and you'll kind of coach yourself through it. All right, just one more night. I just gotta go out there, just do what I do and win. Whereas not being overtrained, you're fresh, like, whew, I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's line them all up. I'll fight all night.
Would you want to welcome someone like Renan Barão to 145? Is that something you'd be interested in?
If it moves me up in the ladder, sure. You know, I'm trying to get a title, and any fight that gets me closer to that, that's what I want to do.
Talk about matching up with Ricardo Lamas. What do you think of that?
The Ricardo Lamas fight is actually kind of similar to the Clay Guida fight. He's super tough. He's not afraid to get in there and bang, and he's, you know, a wrestler. So just like the Clay Guida fight, I think I have less to lose and more to gain than him. You know, so that there's more pressure in his court, and again, I think I'm better than him, just like I was in Clay, in every aspect of MMA. So let's meet in the center and rock and roll.
Speaking of a fighter, less to lose, like tonight's main event, Joe Soto against TJ Dillashaw.
Oh, man.
How dangerous is a fighter that has nothing to lose?
I mean, yeah, that is. I mean, the only thing TJ has to win is a paycheck, you know. But a guy that has nothing to lose, he's fearless. He's going for broke, man. Because he's supposed to lose, so he's just trying to go out there and prove himself.
Are you in that category with your next fight? Possibly your fight after that?
I like to think so, because it just gets me going, man. That's something that revs my engine is being the underdog. I love that stuff, man.
What are your thoughts about Barão? Seriously, fans that have run for the last 24 hours?
I mean, the Barão fight and the Cejudo fight are 2 fights I really wanted to see. And I talked to Sean Shelby. I was like, that's one thing you'll never have to worry about happening to me. I think I'm very professional, and I'm going to maintain things, be on top of things, you know. My team's on top of it as well. So for that to happen, I mean, it's unfortunate, you know. But I just think a little better game planning, it could be prevented.
Now, if and when you get up to a title shot, do you want it to be Aldo, or you don't care who's the champ?
I would like to fight Aldo, just because I think I really got something for him. I don't think he has the cardio I have, and I think I'll ixnay his leg kicks. So I would like to fight him, and he's a legend. You know, I think he's definitely gonna be in the Hall of Fame as a great fighter. But to answer your question, I mean, I don't care. I just want to be champion.
Dennis, what's it like being on the 180 card with Conor McGregor? How he says that he's better than everyone in that weight division, it doesn't even matter. Does it kind of get to you having to hear that?
Hang on, he's fighting on the UFC 180?
Oh, I'm sorry, not 180. The one, the Jones.
The
The one they replaced. My bad.
I mean, talk's cheap, man. I mean, he could talk all he wants. good for you if you really believe that. Like, kudos. I don't care. You know, I'm worried about me.
Because essentially, he's called out everyone. He just says, you know, he's better. I mean, that.
Right.
Would you like to take a crack at him?
Again, if it's getting me closer to the title shot, you know, I'm not trying to take any steps backwards. You know, if he's ranked number 2 or ranked ahead of me, all right, let's square up and fight.
This is The Roman Show.